Welcome to Language Swap, everyone, a fun way to learn English. We are so excited to have you join us today.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. I'm Alex.
And I'm Sally. And Alex, I've got a confession to make before we even start today.
Oh, this should be good. Go for it.
This morning, I picked up my phone to check the time. Just the time. And 40 minutes later, I was watching a video of a raccoon washing grapes.
40 minutes?
40! And I've got no memory of deciding to do that. None.
See, that's not a you problem. That's the whole topic of today's episode because that's happening to everybody and their dog right now.
Everybody and their dog. Quick one to start. It means a huge number of people. Basically everyone. Everybody and their dog has an opinion on this. It's a casual, slightly funny way to say something is super widespread.
And today, we're talking about social media. Not the lazy phones are bad take. The real thing, why these apps are so hard to put down, what they do to your brain, and how to actually take back control.
And we'll teach you some great everyday English along the way, because that's the deal here. Real conversation, not a textbook.
So let me throw a number at you to kick things off. How much time do you think the average person spends on social media every day?
I'm going to guess high because of my raccoon incident. An hour and a half?
Higher. The average is right around 2.5 hours a day, and in some countries like Brazil, it's nearly 4 hours.
4 hours. That's a part-time job. People are clocking in to scroll.
And here's the part that gets me. Most folks have no clue it's that high. If you'd asked me, I'd have lowballed it big time.
Lowball, to guess or estimate something much lower than the real number. He lowballed the cost and now the project's over budget. You'll hear it a lot with prices and offers too.
Okay, so let's get into the meat of it. Why is it so hard to stop scrolling? And I don't mean willpower, I mean what's actually going on in your head.
Right. So, the short version is one word. Dopamine.
The feel-good chemical?
Sort of. People call it the pleasure chemical, but that's not quite it. Dopamine isn't about the reward itself. It's about the anticipation of the reward. The wanting.
Okay, break that down for me because I always thought dopamine was the little hit of happiness.
So picture a slot machine. You pull the lever. You don't know if you'll win. And that not knowing, that's the rush. Your brain lights up before you even see the result.
Oh, that's sneaky.
It gets sneakier. Researchers found your brain gets a bigger dopamine spike from the uncertainty of getting a like than from actually getting one.
Wait, hold on. So the maybe is stronger than the yes?
The maybe is the whole game. That's why you refresh. You're not chasing the like, you're chasing the maybe.
Okay, that explains so much because the like itself never feels as good as I expect. I get it, and I'm like, that's it?
Right? Because by then, the dopamine's already done its job. The peak was the second before you looked. The reward almost always lands a little flat.
So I'm constantly chasing a high that already happened. That's kind of sad when you say it out loud.
It is. And there's a darker layer. The more you flood your brain with these little hits, the less it responds to normal stuff. Your favorite hobby, a walk, a real conversation, they start to feel dull by comparison.
Because they can't compete with 1,000 tiny dopamine spikes an hour.
Exactly. Experts call it turning down your sensitivity to everyday joy. Real life starts to feel slow and gray next to the feed.
That's genuinely messing with my head right now. So every time I pull down to refresh my feed,
You're pulling a slot machine lever. The design is borrowed straight from casinos. It's not an accident.
that's wild and honestly kind of shady when you think about it.
Shady, another everyday word. It means a little dishonest, suspicious, not quite trustworthy. He's been acting shady lately, super common, and great for describing a sketchy deal or a person you don't fully trust.
And the apps know exactly what they're doing. There's a name for these tricks, right?
There's a name for it. Yeah. The whole approach is called the attention economy. Your attention is the product. The longer you stare, the more ads they sell. So every feature is engineered to keep your eyeballs glued to the screen.
Glued to the screen, can't look away. Totally absorbed, the kids were glued to the screen all afternoon. Nice and visual, that one.
Exactly. And think about the features. Infinite scroll, so there's no natural stopping point. Notifications timed to pull you back in. Autoplay on the next video before you can decide to leave.
There's never a finish line. A book ends. A show has episodes, but the feed, it just keeps going.
Forever, by design. They removed the moment where you'd naturally go, okay, I'm done.
Okay, that reframes everything for me. I always blamed myself for having no self-control, but you're saying the deck is stacked.
The deck is stacked. The situation is unfairly set up against you. From card games where a stacked deck means it's rigged, it's hard to win when the deck is stacked against you. And yeah, when it comes to your attention, the deck is absolutely stacked.
That actually makes me feel a little better. It's not that I'm weak, it's that there's a billion-dollar team on the other side.
And they hire the smartest people on the planet to do it. Psychologists, designers, engineers, all working to keep you scrolling one more minute.
So I'm going up against a team of geniuses with my one tired thumb.
Pretty much. There's even a term insiders use, persuasive design, building products specifically to change your behavior, not to help you, to hook you.
Hooked, caught, unable to stop, like a fish on a line. I watched one episode and now I'm completely hooked. That's the goal of every one of these apps.
And once you know the playbook, you start spotting the tricks everywhere. The little red badge on the icon, the you have a new notification that turns out to be nothing.
Oh, those fake badges drive me up the wall. You open the app expecting something and it's just a person you followed in 2016 posted a photo of their lunch.
Drive me up the wall to really annoy or frustrate you. The dripping faucet is driving me up the wall. A great one for everyday venting.
And that little bait and switch keeps working? You went in for the badge, you stayed for the scroll every time?
Every time. And here's a detail that blew my mind. Some apps make you wait a half second before showing your notifications on purpose.
Wait, why would they slow it down?
Because the tiny delay builds anticipation. Remember, the wanting is the dopamine. So they stretch out the maybe just a little longer to make the hit bigger.
That's bad. They're tuning the suspense like a movie director frame by frame.
Frame by frame, nothing on that screen is there by accident. The colors, the timing, the sounds, all tested on millions of people to find what keeps you there longest.
Okay, so knowing all this, does it actually help? Like, does understanding the trick break the spell?
A little. It won't magically fix everything, but awareness is step one. You can't change a habit you can't even see. Once you notice the slot machine, you can start to walk away from it.
Okay, so we've spent a while on the dark side here, but I don't want anyone walking away thinking we hate this stuff.
Now, let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater here. Social media isn't all bad.
Throw the baby out with the bathwater to get rid of something good while trying to remove the bad part. So you mean don't trash the whole thing just because of the downsides?
Exactly, because there's real upside. Studies show most teens say social media helps them feel more connected to their friends. Around 80%.
That's actually a big number. And for people who feel isolated, different town, different country, or just a niche interest, it can be a lifeline.
Huge. Almost half of people getting mental health support say it helps them feel less alone. If you've got something rare going on in your life, you can find your people online.
And that's not nothing. 20 years ago, if you were the only person in your town with some unusual hobby or struggle, you were just alone with it. Now you can find a whole community overnight.
Right. It can break down the walls of where you happen to live. A kid in a tiny village can learn from experts on the other side of the world. That's genuinely beautiful.
And let's be honest, it's how a lot of people learn English now. Watching creators, following along, picking up real slang. Some of you found us that exact way.
That's a great point. So we can't sit here and call the whole thing evil while we're literally on it.
So it's a tool, and like any tool, it depends how you use it.
Right. A hammer can build a house or break a window. The hammer's not the problem.
But here's where it tips into trouble. Yeah, because the numbers on the mental health side aren't great.
They're not. Nearly half of teens now say social media has a mostly negative effect on people their age, and that jumped up a lot in just a few years.
And here's the funny thing, and by funny, I mean not funny at all. People see the harm in others way more than in themselves.
That's the kicker. Teens will say, oh yeah, it's bad for my friends, but only a small slice say it's bad for them personally. We've all got a blind spot about our own habits.
Blind spot, an area you can't see, literally, or about yourself. He's a great manager, but he's got a blind spot about deadlines. We all have them.
And the big one driving the bad feelings? Comparison. You're not watching people's real lives, you're watching their highlight reel.
Highlight reel, the best moments only, edited together, comes from sports. Those clips of only the amazing plays. Instagram is everyone's highlight reel, not their bloopers.
And you compare your behind the scenes to their highlight reel, your messy Tuesday against their perfect vacation. That math never works out in your favor.
That's it. I'm sitting there in sweatpants eating cereal for dinner, and my feed is full of people on yachts.
And you forget the yacht person also eats cereal for dinner sometimes. They just don't post that part.
True, nobody's posting the breakdown, only the breakthrough.
And one more, FOMO, fear of missing out. You see everyone hanging out without you and that sting keeps you checking, just to make sure you're not left behind.
FOMO, fear of missing out, that anxious feeling that something fun is happening and you're not there. I wasn't even tired, but FOMO kept me out till 2 a.m. Everyone knows this one now.
And FOMO is the perfect fuel for the slot machine because it gives you a reason to keep checking. You tell yourself it's not addiction, it's staying in the loop.
Right, I'm not addicted, I just need to know what's going on. That's the story I tell myself at midnight with the phone an inch from my face.
And there's a cruel twist. The more you check to soothe the FOMO, the more you see of what you're missing, and the worse the FOMO gets. It feeds itself.
So the cure becomes the cause. Checking to feel better is exactly what makes you feel worse.
That's the loop in a nutshell, and it hits sleep hardest. Studies say nearly 80% of people scroll right before bed, and it wrecks how well they sleep.
80%. So almost everyone is lying in the dark blue light in their eyes, comparing their day to a stranger's highlight reel.
And then wondering why they wake up tired and a little anxious. The phone followed them right into the bedroom.
Okay, confession time from me. Since Sally opened with the raccoon, last month I tried to do a digital detox one weekend. No social media.
Ooh, how'd that go?
I lasted 4 hours.
4 hours.
4 hours. And the worst part, I kept reaching for my phone out of pure habit. My hand just went for my pocket like it had a mind of its own.
That phantom reach, where your body grabs the phone before your brain even decides to.
Exactly that. It was muscle memory, and when I caught myself doing it, I felt kind of pathetic.
Don't beat yourself up about it. Beat yourself up. To be too hard on yourself, blame yourself harshly. Don't beat yourself up over one mistake, because honestly, 4 hours of fighting a slot machine in your pocket isn't nothing.
I appreciate that, but it did wake me up to how automatic it had gotten. I wasn't even choosing to scroll. The scrolling was choosing me.
And that's the line between using it and it using you. When it's a choice, you're fine. When it's automatic, that's when you've got to step back.
So let's get practical because I don't think the answer is throw your phone in a lake.
No, and that never sticks anyway. Going cold turkey usually backfires.
Go cold turkey. To quit something suddenly and completely, all at once. He quit coffee cold turkey and had headaches for a week. Works for any habit you drop overnight.
And cold turkey rarely works for the long haul. So instead, let's talk about small changes that actually move the needle.
Move the needle to make a real noticeable difference from a gauge or dial where the needle actually moves. That one change really moved the needle on our sales. Love that phrase.
Okay, tip 1, turn off notifications. Not all of them. Keep texts from real humans, but kill the ones from apps begging for your attention.
That's the slot machine going quiet. If it's not buzzing, it's not yanking you back in.
Tip 2, make it harder to reach. Move the apps off your home screen. Put them in a folder on the last page. That tiny bit of friction breaks the automatic reach.
Oh, that's smart. Add a speed bump between the impulse and the app.
Exactly. And tip 3, my favorite, keep the phone out of the bedroom. Buy a $5 alarm clock, because so many people scroll right before bed and it wrecks their sleep.
That tracks with what we talked about in the sleep episode. The phone in the bed is the enemy of good rest.
And the morning scroll sets the tone for your whole day. If the first thing you do is pour everyone else's chaos into your brain, you're playing catch-up before you've even had coffee.
Playing catch-up, trying to reach where you should already be, behind from the start. I missed a week of work and I've been playing catch-up ever since.
So one tiny challenge, don't touch the phone for the first hour you're awake. Make your coffee, stretch, look out a window, let your own thoughts arrive before the world's
That first hour is sacred and we hand it straight to strangers. I always thought I needed to check what I missed the second I woke up.
And you never actually missed anything urgent, right? It'll all still be there in an hour. The world can wait while you wake up like a human being.
Fair. The fire alarm's not going to come through my feed. I can give myself 60 minutes.
And tip 4, set a timer. Most phones let you put a limit on an app. Give yourself 30 minutes. When it's up, it locks. Studies show cutting back to around half an hour a day really does lower anxiety.
That's a solid number to aim for. Not 0, just enough to enjoy it without drowning in it.
And one bonus tip, the gray screen trick, you can set your phone to black and white. Sounds silly, but those bright colors are part of the hook. In gray, the apps suddenly look boring.
No way. Just removing the color takes the candy out of it.
A lot of people swear by it. The reds and blues are tuned to grab you. Strip them out and your brain stops getting excited. It's a tiny change that punches way above its weight.
Punch above its weight to have a bigger effect than its size suggests from boxing. Fighting someone in a heavier class. That little cafe punches above its weight. Best coffee in town. Great phrase.
And that's really the theme of all these tips. None of them is dramatic. You're not deleting everything or moving to a cabin. You're just adding little bits of friction.
Death by 1,000 small wins instead of one big willpower battle you'll lose by Wednesday.
Exactly. The goal isn't to quit, it's to be the one in charge. You decide when to open it. Not a notification, not a habit. You.
All right, time for the debate. Here's the question for you at home. And for you, Sally, if you could keep only one social media app and delete all the rest, which one survives?
Ooh, that's tough. I'm keeping the one with my actual friends on it, the messaging side, because that's the part that genuinely connects me to people I love.
See, I'd keep the one that teaches me stuff. The short videos where I learn to cook something or fix a leaky faucet. The useful corner of the internet.
That's a fair pick. The trick is, those apps bury the useful stuff inside the addictive stuff. You go in to fix a faucet and come out 2 hours later having learned nothing.
Story of my life. And see, I think that's the real test for any app. Does it leave you better off or just emptier? Does it add to your life or quietly drain it?
That's a good filter. After you close it, do you feel fed or do you feel hollow? If it's hollow every time, that's your answer.
So listeners, that's our question for you. Which one app survives the cut and why? Drop it in the comments. We genuinely read them.
We do, and we love when you disagree with us. Tell us we're wrong, respectfully.
Word tour. Let's run back the best everyday phrases from today. Write these down. Say them out loud this week.
Okay, hit us with number 1.
Number 1, glued to the screen, totally absorbed, can't look away. The whole family was glued to the screen during the final.
Number 2, the deck is stacked. The situation is unfairly set up against you. It's hard to save money when the deck is stacked against you with these prices.
Number 3, highlight reel. The best moments only. The edited version, don't compare your real life to someone's highlight reel.
Number 4, go cold turkey. To quit something suddenly and completely. She gave up soda cold turkey and felt better in a week.
Number 5, move the needle to make a real noticeable difference. Turning off notifications actually moved the needle for me.
And number 6, beat yourself up to be too hard on yourself. You missed one day at the gym, don't beat yourself up about it.
6 phrases. Say each one out loud at least once this week. Writing it helps. Saying it out loud is what makes it stick.
Before we close, a question from a listener. They wrote, I delete the apps every Sunday feeling motivated, and by Wednesday I've downloaded them all again. What am I doing wrong?
Oh, I feel that one in my soul.
So here's the thing, you're not doing anything wrong, but you're fighting the wrong fight. Deleting and re-downloading is going cold turkey on repeat. It's a willpower battle and willpower runs out.
Right? Instead of relying on motivation, change the setup. Don't delete the app. Log out of it. Make it annoying to get back in. Add the speed bump we talked about.
And replace it with something. The reason Wednesday gets you is there's a gap. A bored moment with nothing to fill it. Have a book, a walk, a person to text. Give the craving somewhere else to go.
That gap is everything. Boredom is the doorway the habit walks through. If you leave the door wide open, of course it strolls right back in.
Right, you're not weak for caving on Wednesday, you just left a hole and the easiest thing rushed in to fill it. Put something better in that hole first.
Don't just remove the bad habit, crowd it out with a better one.
Beautifully put. Okay, phrase of the day, and this one sums up the whole episode.
Let's hear it.
Don't let the tail wag the dog.
Okay, I love it already. What's it mean?
It means don't let the small thing control the big thing. The tail shouldn't move the dog moves the tail. So don't let a little app run your whole day.
Oh, that's perfect. Your phone's the tail, you're the dog.
Exactly. The phone's a tool in your life, not the boss of it. The second it starts steering your mood, your sleep, your focus, the tail's wagging the dog.
And the fix isn't throwing the dog out, it's reminding the tail who's in charge.
Couldn't have said it better. So this week, catch yourself reaching for your phone. Just notice it. That little moment of awareness is the whole game.
That's a wrap on this one. If it's your first time here, welcome. We're so glad you tuned in.
Next time, we're getting into morning habits. The little routines that quietly change everything. You won't want to miss it.
Big promise. Until then, pick one tip from today. Just one. Give it a shot this week.
Keep learning and keep growing.
Peace, everybody.